Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video for Phantasy Star Portable 2 and Portable 2 Infinity. So we're just going to pick up the playthrough from the last video where Kraz from Little Wing has told us to go to the Krodog region of Motub to find someone called Whirly Korkov who apparently owes him money. So we need to go and find this guy, so we're just going to pick it up from there more or less. Just a reminder before we get going that this series will go live to members only first, and then a couple of days later will go live to everyone else. So if you do want to be one of the first people to see the video, by all means join as a member. You can do that by clicking the join button underneath the video. But with that said, let's get started. So I think what we'll do just quickly is we'll just check to see if anyone's got anything to say first. So it looks like Kuno has something to tell us first.
旗から見ればただの厄介払いだな。とはいえ、エミリアの筋は悪くない。正しい指導を受ければ伸びるはずだ。つまり君次第というわけだな。もっとも、まずはあのやる気のなさを解消せねばならないだろうが。なぜそんなに詳しいのかだと？私もかつて一度エミリアの指導を頼まれたことがあるからな。残念ながら一日で彼女がギブアップだ。私としては手加減したスケジュールを組んだつもりだったが。
So it looks like we've got a pretty hard task ahead of us training Amelia, if even Kuno couldn't put up with it.
まあ、元より私は指導官には向かない。愛想も良くなく口調も固く圧迫的だ。その点、君なら大丈夫だろう。たとえ一日だけだったとしても、彼女は私の教え子でもあった。絶対に見捨てないでやってくれ。
Okay, noted. So we have to make sure we look after Amelia, otherwise Kuno is going to come after us. So I'm going to bring Amelia and my synth with me just to help out a bit. So find Whirly Korkov. A signal picked up from his ship indicates that he's anchored in Motub's Krodog region. Let's go. I'll probably only let those cutscenes play the first time we go to the planets because I'm not having that play every single time. Now, anyone who plays PSO probably recognises that theme. It sounds a little bit different here, but it's here. And I get why they used it for this area. Yeah, as I said before, like PSP2 is kind of a bit of a love letter to PSO. I believe it was done for about the 10th anniversary. So there is a lot of PSO references, and that theme is one of the first ones you'll probably notice. And if you're still wondering what the theme is, it's the Central Control Area theme from PSO. Yeah, so Amelia's already wanting to give up. So why don't you say something or leave it to me? I'll say leave it to me because you know that if you say why don't you say something, she's just going to say something like I've done anything, I've tried it before. Yeah, like I thought.
ああ、いや、あれは私が言ったから聞いてくれなかったんだろうけど。まあ、仕方ないよね。おっさんにとってみれば、私はただの荷物に過ぎないもんな。
I mean, he doesn't think that. I mean, you can tell. I mentioned this in the last episode, but you can tell that Kraz does care about Amelia. But it's just the way that he shows it probably isn't obvious to her.
どうしたらあのおっさんは私の話を聞いてくれるようになるんだろう。
Yeah, let's just finish this mission.
そんなことであのおっさんが急に態度変えたりすると思う？
It might do, because at the minute Kraz just thinks that Amelia is really, really lazy. So if we actually do a mission for him, it might start to change his mind a bit. That's my reasoning.
それに私は戦うのとか苦手だし、調査とかも嫌いだしさ。
Well, you're not really giving me a good impression at the minute, to be honest.
で、何の話してるんだ私。それよりワレリーって人を探さないとまたおっさんがうるさいだろうし、依頼をこなさないと話すも何もないよね。ねえ、あれって人じゃない？
おい、お前たち、こんなところで何してるんだ？
Yeah, and probably the first of many PSU characters to show up. So if you play PSU, you already know who this guy is.
文化保護地区を見に来たって感じじゃなさそうだが。
私たち人を探しに来たんだけど、ここ何かあったの？これだけ船が集まってたりするのって普通じゃないよね。
俺たちも来たばっかで周辺を調べてるところだ。どうもこの辺りは誰もいないみたいだけどな。
ダメだよトニオ、こっちには人っ子一人いなかったよ。そっちは二人見つけたんだ。
Yeah, I mean, if Tonio was here, you could guarantee that Lena was going to be here as well.
残念だがこいつらは違う。今来たばっかりの同業者だ。人を探しているらしい。
こちらは？
おっと、そういや自己紹介がまだだったな。俺はトニオリマ、フリーの傭兵だ。
Yeah, so this is Tonio, who, again, if you play PSU, you're probably quite familiar with, because he is a character that does appear in the story there as well.
あたいはリーナリマ、夫婦で傭兵やってるんだ。
They are actually married now. I can't remember if they were married in PSU or not, but they are now.
私たちはリトルウィングって会社の社員です。一応。私はエミリア。こいつは私のパートナー。あんたたちも人探し？
俺たちは文化保護地区の見回りを頼まれてここまで来たんだよ。
So clearly Tonio and Lena are some kind of mercenaries now. So I don't know what happens to them after the events of PSU originally, but it looks like whatever's happened, they're now working as mercenaries, much like us.
文化保護地区？
おいおい、そんなことを知らずにここまで来たのか、お前たち。
駆け出しだから仕方ないんです。でも文化保護地区とかある観光地にしては誰もいないってのは不思議だね。船はこんなにいっぱいあるのに。
なるほど、勘はいいみたいだ。
なんだか気配も異様だし、原生生物もやけに凶暴だった。
Wildlife acting strange and getting aggressive. What game does that remind you of? Again, there's a lot of little sort of subtle references to PSO.
奥で何かが起きてるのは間違いなさそうだよ。
何にせよ、奥に進まなければ見回りも人探しもできねえしな。 目的も一致してるようだし、しばらく俺たちと組まないか。
I like how you can say we'll only slow you down, basically implying that Amelia will slow us all down. Sounds good.
決まりだな。
とりあえずカーシュ族の村まで行こう。そこに行けば何か手がかりがあるかもしれないからね。村って道はわかるの？カーシュ族は土地を転々と移動するから、はぐれていた仲間がわかるように森に目印を残してるんだよ。
So it looks like we're going to track some kind of tribe called the Kasch.
カーシュ族にしかわからない文字だけど、あたいはあらかじめ学んできたから、それを元にたどればすぐさ。へえ、どんなのだろう。
So we now have Tonio and Lena, so I'm assuming it's probably kicked some of our other members.
ほら、見て。あれがカーシュ族の目印だよ。
Well, that didn't take long.
へえ、目印ってこんなのなんだ。面白い形してるね。
I feel like that was almost unnecessary artwork there for the amount of time that was used in the game. I mean, it was very nice artwork, don't get me wrong, but it just seems like, why bother using that if you're going to use it for literally 2 dialogue lines? These are still very low level enemies, but they have increased a little bit. Pretty much the same level as was actually. I can't remember if in PSP2 if the enemies scale to your level or not. The only kind of annoying thing about this is when the NPCs are talking in quests, the quest bubbles can kind of cover a lot of the screen space. This reeks of a trap, but let's open it anyway. Actually wasn't a trap. It's a pretty cool map this though. It's actually, I believe this is a new map in PSP2 as well. I don't think this area was in PSU. Okay, so this is your first introduction to like first person mode, which would have been quite helpful when you're fighting Dragon, honestly. But here we are. Yeah, so the way it works in this is it activates first person mode but also activates your goggles as well, where in PSU they were separate. So we'll take care of these guys first. I really need to look into upgrading weapons at some point as well. I think that is a slightly better handgun to what we've got actually. Yes it is. It is neutral though, unfortunately. Honestly can't remember if we've got any Fortinats for this. No we don't. Rip. So you can see here now we can basically use this to identify this flower. The controls are a bit weird for first person, so you can't actually move your character while you're in first person mode because the left analog stick starts to control the camera. So it's telling us to head towards the fire by the looks of things. Yeah, so the fire is actually fake. So there is like a little bit of a puzzle element to this quest. It's not that in-depth, to be honest, but there is little things like that in the game where you have to kind of solve little puzzles like that, where you have to, you know, find things with the goggles to unlock new areas. But yeah, I absolutely love that they use the central control area music for this. It is a different mix, but I think it's just because the PSP sound chip's different, but it's just so cool to actually hear some PSO music in the game. Wow, Tonio and Lena are just wrecking the enemies. Can I just say, I love that this weapon is called Dagger Dagger, and it's a dagger. So was that just for some boxes? I think it was. I guess we have to go there to get this spawn to happen. Enemies are still very, very easy at this point, but we are still very early in the game as well. So this to me looks like something we can break. Yes, it is. Actual genius. It's kind of a weird map, this. I do like the design of it. And it's cool that there are these new maps in PSP 2 as well, so it isn't just all PSU maps. We will switch to some other weapons later on. I'm just waiting for some decent shotguns to be in the shop, and then we can switch to one of those. We do have these twin handguns. I mean, unfortunately, they are the same element as the enemies here, so they won't do as much damage. I think for now, honestly, we're probably better just using the rifle. So there is another hidden wall there. So we'll just take out these enemies first. So we'll check this first of all. So this one doesn't appear to be breakable. So I guess we go this way first. It's nice actually getting some combat for a change though, because I realised that the last couple of episodes of this have been a lot of text walls. I guess the game has to do it to kind of set the scene and set the area up. It is kind of annoying when all you want to do is play. So we do have another break here. This one is breakable. And that sign looks to me like it's telling us to go left. I like after the Kasch markings, there's literally an arrow pointing left. We fear technology. So the Kasch are very obviously tribal. So this is the feed technology, but I mean, this is pointing to the left, so I'm going to go left. That is my reasoning. That's what I'm sticking with. At least being pretty generous on the healing items, at least. Fell into a Kasch trap. Oh dear. So do need to watch out for these guys because their charge is kind of annoying. Does have quite a lot of health as well. There's a lot of traps on the floor as well that we need to be careful of. He says as Lena immediately falls into one. I mean, I was always going to run into one at some point. The funny thing is they actually do next to no damage. Yeah, so I guess we went the wrong way on the last one. Which is odd because you would think that the arrow pointing that way would indicate to go that way. Unless it's like a caution arrow or something. I have no idea. I can't read that. We'll go this way then instead. Unfortunately, I'm not really equipped for this area because all my weapons are either ice element or ground element, which is what a lot of the enemies are. So yeah, basically the general gist of this area is just try and get through without triggering the traps, but we suck, so we immediately walked into one. Well, this flower, I mean, I can't target it or anything, but there are flowers on each of these entrances. That has an orange flower. That has an orange flower. This has a purple flower. Therefore, I would assume that this is the right one. Unless there's any Kasch markings that we can see anywhere. I should probably just check these to make sure that they are not trapped or anything. Aha. More Kasch markings. Thought it was unusual there's a tree right in the middle. We fear flower. All but purple poison. Okay. So I guess we go for the purple one then. Which is what I was going to do anyway. Looks good. It is quite handy that we've got Lena as a translator. I like how Amelia's just pretending that she can translate.
なんで読めるんだい？なんでってさっきからリーナが読んでるのを後ろで見てたし。
それにしたって理解早すぎねえか？少なくとも俺はさっぱりだぞ。
そんなことないって。誰だってできるよこのぐらい。ね、あんたも分かったよね。
I'm just gonna go against Amelia. Or should I? No, let's try and actually bring up the confidence a bit and go with the course I can. I like how she's like, really?
本当に読めてるの？あんた。ちょっと正しい道の方向を示してみてよ。全然読めてないじゃん。もうびっくりさせないでよ。ほらほら、こっちだよ。早く行こう。
I like how she's still saying that she can read it. Just after watching Lena for a few minutes.
お前止まれ！バカ、危ねえ！
トニオ、あそこだよ。
もらったぜ！リーナ、
大丈夫？
ああ、しかし今の。
That's one way to make an entrance.
先へは行かせない。なんだこいつ。これ以上近づかせはしないぞ。村は僕が守る。
So we got to assume at this point this guy's a Kasch, considering we've been following all the Kasch markings.
なんかすごく勘違いされてない？ひょっとしてあんたカッシュ族？村で何かがあったってこと？
だとしたらなんだ。許さない、許さないぞ。村はみんなは僕が守るんだ。聞く耳持たねえか。来るぞ、気をつけろ。
Well, sounds like boss fight. He is very fast, this guy, so as a ranger it's probably not the best thing for me because I have not much mobility. Even just trying to keep track of him is quite difficult, actually. Yeah, when he does that attack where he goes behind you, that's really annoying with me because it takes me time to actually readjust my camera. He does way more damage than anything you've fought so far as well. To the point where you actually have to heal. Which is a bit of a shock to the system actually, considering that everything's been a pushover so far. just trying to maintain some distance from him, really, because I don't really want to be anywhere near him. He has a lot of attacks that close the distance really quickly, though. That was very weird. I completely lost target on him there. I couldn't target him for some reason. Yeah, it's kind of a strange fight because for some reason you just lose lock-on on him sometimes. So I think it's when he goes into like the parry pose. This would probably be a much more interesting fight if I was playing a melee class, but with a ranger it's a little bit dull, to be honest. Like I was like, Kasch boy defeated. Yeah, we beat up a kid. Yeah, we only got A rank there because we did fall into one of the traps.
この子がカー種族？私たちと同じように見えるけど。
カー種族っていうのは種族じゃない。あたいたちのような文明を持たず原始的な生活をしていた部族なのさ。
So obviously some kind of tribe that hasn't really advanced technologically to an extent. They still kind of live by like a very old system.
種族じゃなくて部族ね。
さっきのミラージュブラストも今でこそグラール中で知られてるけど、もともとはカー種族が持っていた技術だよ。近年の研究とともに文明に触れる機会が増えたみたいだし、話は通じるはずなんだけどね。
その割には私たちを思いっきり何かと勘違いしてるみたいだったけど、どうしよっかこの子。
So we have to help him, or I'm more worried about the village. I mean, he was saying that he was worried about the village, so something has obviously happened to the Kasch village. But I think our first protocol should be probably to try and help him.
それはそうなんだけど、なんかそのカー種族の村の方もやけに気になるんだよね。
その子の様子から見てもカー種族の村で何かがあったのは間違いないだろうね。
仕方ねえ、手分けするか。俺たちは一旦こいつを連れて手当てに戻る。お前たちは先に進んで様子を探っておいてくれ。
I do like it as soon as they go, oh yeah, something's definitely happening in the village. So what we'll do is we'll take the boy back and you go and sort it out. Thanks for that, Tonio.
私たちが先に進むの？
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
僕の方が良くない？
With the newbies here, you know, can you do it instead?
あんたたちの船に医療ポッドとかこの子を手当てできるような設備ある？
ない。一気に戦力半減か。嫌な予感がするな。
そう心配するなって。なるべく早く追いつけるようにこっちも急ぐさ。じゃ、頼んだぞ。
Thanks, Tonio.
なんだかただの人探しだと思ってたのに、どんどん話が大きくなってくね。
So there's clearly a lot more going on Motu than we've been privy to. So we obviously know that we're still looking for this beast that Kraz wants money back from. But now we've learnt that maybe there's something going wrong with the Kasch village as well.
なるべくなら戦いたくないんだけどな。
Yeah, so we'll save that there. So we'll probably end this video there for today, and in the next one we'll pick up and see what's actually going on at the Kasch village. I'm trying to make these videos a little bit shorter than the last couple, just because I realised that the last two videos have been excessively long just because of the amount of dialogue that's been in them. Now we're getting to the point of the game where there is a bit more of an even split between the combat and the dialogue, so it should be a bit easier to do more, I'm not going to say bite-sized videos, but more accessible videos. So we'll end that one there for today. Next video, we'll go and see what's going on with the Kasch village and try and figure out why this tribesman was in such a aggravated state. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please consider liking, subscribing, or joining as a member. We do 2 videos a week and normally stream once on a Sunday as well. And just as a reminder, if you want to be one of the first ones to watch this video, feel free to join as a member, and that will give you members only access for a couple of days. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed it and hope to see you guys in the next one.